Yeah, this is Tim Ward with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you as promised here. I have the website pulled up. We'll kind of take a look at that here in just a second. Now, I went in and I typed in something into Google. I typed in roofing Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Now, you guys are in Fredericktown over here, and it looked like you were servicing, southeast Missouri from Poplar Bluff all the way up into St. Louis. Now, we're going to know right off the bat. Um, you're going to want to target some of these areas that are going to have the higher population, and you can do that with your website all the way up into St. Louis. But St. Louis is going to have your most search volume, no matter what. Now, where you're actually targeting within there, you'd have to let me know how far. I don't know if you guys go up into actual St. Louis and all over it or whatnot, or just more the south end kind of suburbs, Baldwin, Kirkwood, Fenton, Arnold, those areas. But you can target each specific one of these areas within your website. Okay. Now you do that through these keywords, which are buyer intent keywords, meaning, it's somebody looking for a service that you guys provide within an area that you provided. Now, not everybody types it in the same because nobody's brain works quite the same either, but we just want to get on the first page for as many of those as possible. Now, your guys' business profile is one way that you can rank organically on the first page of Google. Now, the only option with that is it's really only going to help you within Fredericktown. And I did look that up, and it looks like you guys are doing quite well with your business profile, so not much for me to help you out there with. Now, the website is what's going to be able to get you guys, across southeast Missouri and getting in front of people's faces. So, looks like for at least Cape Girardeau, TODT Roofing is going to be your top competitor when it comes to at least ranking their website. So let's go ahead and dive back into your website real quick. So back over to your guys' website. I really love the look of it overall and how it kind of flows. These are always super nice. Got some customer feedback on here as well, but you also have these call to actions, okay? And these call to actions, across the board are really what's going to help drive people to the correct pages of your website so that they'll eventually reach out to you. So now, if we talk about the main thing that's going to help most companies when it comes to ranking, it's going to be the content within your website. Now, we can kind of look through, we got a couple smaller pieces of content and not really a whole lot of relevant content right on your home page. Okay, Google generally wants to see at least a bare minimum of 500 words of content on that home page and probably up to 1,000 within these areas that you're trying to target. So that's a good sweet spot. Now, your home page too is where you're generally going to try and rank for, your home base area being Fredericktown. And then your service area pages would be where you would target all these different areas within southeast Missouri from Poplar Bluff up to St. Louis, okay? But again, back over to that content, what it does is it throws relevancy to your website, but then you can also embed keywords within it. And the keywords here are going to help, Google determine what you're actually trying to rank for. So we can do that by taking the guesswork away from Google, telling them exactly what we're trying to rank for, and make it super easy and streamlined for them. Now you can do that through content, behind images, within the title of the actual pages of your website, so on and so forth. But again, and I like, you got different interlinkings to your different services. This is all good. You got decent page layout here. I think the main thing is going to be the on-page SEO, which is going to be, again, your content, keywords, and all your header tags and page titles and things of that nature. Now your service areas, I would be building out a page for each of these ones that you have a dot on. Since these are your main areas that you're servicing is what it's looking like, or, the main areas you want to target, I'd be building out a page for each of those involving roofing. So you'd be building out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 10 other pages of your website, okay? And that would be pretty simple, building out pages, researching the keywords and content along with that, so on and so forth, to build these pages out so that you can eventually rank for these areas and bring in some leads and traffic from those areas as well. Now, I want to go ahead and go to this paid program. It's called Ahrefs. It's going to let me, I put in a URL in this instance. I'm going to put in yours and then TODT and look at a couple things that are going to really show us, to do a comparison. Now, these first two ratings here are your strength and trust ratings that Google has for your website. Now they're ranked out of 100, but truly once you hit a benchmark of about 30 and above for each of these, you're going to be considered a pretty powerful website at that point. Okay, so the UR is getting up there, which is referenced more towards your homepage strength and trust, and then the DR is more for the entire domain as a whole. And you've built out tons of backlinks, which is how you build that strength and trust. You just need to make sure these are high quality backlinks coming from authoritative referring domains. And by authoritative, I mean they already have generally higher strength and trust than you do. So once you acquire the backlink from them, it's going to help your ratings in return. And we can see you're only indexing for 4 keywords right now, and it's bringing you 30 traffic. Okay. And if we click on those keywords, we can see they're all involving the company name, right? So this isn't generally going to bring you guys, any more leads than you would already be used to, since these are people, really this is the only one that's truly about you guys. The other two are going to be more nationwide, and then the third one is a website that doesn't even look like it's associated with you guys. So with that being said, even if people already know who you are, you most likely have them in your back pocket anyways. And we need to be able to get in front of people who are using Google as a reference point when choosing a company. And again, you're doing that within Fredericktown. If somebody searches roofing in there or roofing near me and they're within a 5 to 10 mile radius of you, they're going to pop up and you're going to pop up within their search engine for the business profile. Now, anywhere outside of there, it's going to be really hard to find you guys. Again, unless they know your company name exactly. Now, if we come over to TODT, we can see their strength and trust. And with the minimum amount of backlinks, they haven't built it out too much yet. The keywords, quite a few more, but traffic is closer to 100. Even so, we can see they're getting most of their traffic as well from their company name. Okay, so again, not really getting much more than what would already be referrals to the company. But they're indexing for some like roofing MO, roofing Missouri. But again, these may be people not necessarily within Southeast Missouri, so they may be botching it within there. And it doesn't really look like there's going to be much keywords involving Cape Girardeau when it comes to roofing. So, something that you could easily try and rank for are these smaller areas that you guys target in Southeast Missouri. So I went ahead and I put in within my keyword explorer, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, and then I'm looking for keywords that involve roof. Okay, and it could be roofing, roofers. That's just the main part of that. Now, we can see there's a few keywords involving roofing. So roofing contractors, just roofing, roofers, roofing companies, Cape Girardeau commercial roofers. So, but we can see the search volume for that, right? There may be 100 search volume total for those types of keywords within this area. But still, if you get on the first page for all those, you're looking at, 5 to 10 leads a month in that area, which is generally pretty good. And if you could do that for all these different towns, you may be getting yourself, 50, 60, 100 leads maybe if you start ranking up in the St. Louis area. And that could generate you as much as an extra 20 jobs a month, right? So there's where you can really start to see the aspect of how you can do this and doing this correctly, what it can do for a company. So if you have any further questions or concerns, go ahead and feel free to reach back out to me. I think the main thing is going to be, on-page SEO for your website here and building out those service area pages. That's going to be huge for you guys and taking you to the next step for, Google presence. If you need me to elaborate on any of this information as well, or if you're just interested in, a little bit more information about how I could do this for you guys, I got all my contact info down below in the email. Feel free to reach out again. Have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.